Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, where we get into everything from childhood trauma to millennial adulting and all things in between. We share crazy stories from the past and present to help us cope with the insanity that is our lives. By sharing our perspectives, we hope to bring some relatability, laughter, and unsolicited advice that can help you survive the messiness of life along with us. My name's Jessica Labita. I'm a millennial mom, wife, and marketing professional, and I am absolutely insane. My name is Ashley Lanive. I am a millennial stay-at-home mom, avid golfer, and too mouthy for my own good. We are real sisters, and this is Sisters Uncensored. Take this trip with us. Welcome back to the Sisters Uncensored podcast. We talk about life, work, messy stuff, kids, mothering, reinvention, all of these things that we're doing in our lives. But one thing we don't really talk about a lot, I think, is the importance of networking. And before you give me your bitch face, I'm like, this is gonna be boring.
I'm giving a bitch face.
I just think it's important that we as professional females talk about the power of connecting with one another, especially because it's National Women's Month or International Women's Month. And so there is so much power in networking, and literally one conversation can change your life, and we are proof of that.
That is true. I'll
And
give her
so,
that.
like, don't roll your eyes and get all non-corporate with me.
I hate corporate.
I know you do. But we really have tried lately, I think, ourselves to start being better with networking and getting more involved in things, and also reaching out locally to our community. I feel like we started this podcast on such like a broad platform, being a part of YouTube, where it's like we're touching people, no pun intended,
Yeah, we are.
from all over the world, right?
Show me on the doll.
Right. Oh, God. But, like, there is so much power and energy and things that can actually happen, I feel like, when a bunch of women get in a room together. And I'm going to say women particularly, and I'm going to keep this topic on women in particularly, because I think women are bitchy. Like, we can be bitchy, we can be catty, we can be jealous.
Some of us.
And there is a time and a place, I think, for all of that when it's appropriate.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, if someone snubs you professionally or continues to not support you, even when like hundreds of people in your network are reaching out to them to be like, hey, these chicks are cool, you guys should try to find a way to collab, and you ignore us, that's on you, because we're trying to bring everybody along with us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So we've obviously had a lot of crazy stuff going on the last couple of weeks. We don't need to keep digging into that. We hope that we're going to see you guys all on Sunday at our event at Sparta Books. That's going to be my plug for the day. Otherwise, let's talk about like how powerful it is to bring women together in a room. So we went to this event for, it's called the Girls Networking Organization, right? GNO?
GNO, Girls Networking Out.
Girls Networking Out, sorry. And they are part of they are partnering with Turnkey Women, who they are partners of us. You've seen Shannon on our show in the past. They're a networking group down in South Jersey where we have our studio. And so these women have like been for us and with us and supported us from Jump Street.
Super supportive, especially like from the ground up.
Right. So like, I feel like we kind of have a handle on things now. We're still growing. We're still learning, right?
More than we did. I mean,
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No, for sure. But like, these are women that just jumped in with us in the very beginning. Like, there was no plan. We had no idea if this was going to be successful. We didn't know what we were doing. We were learning and trying. And they put all their energy and faith and support behind us and continue to do so to this day, 2 years later.
They lifted us up from Jump Street, and now we have also like these amazing relationships with these women where we all meet others that are also other really awesome women.
Yes.
Through them, which is really cool. I'll say this, not for nothing, but before we started doing this, I was antisocial AF. I am a feral human. I don't want to talk to people. I'll talk to you all day long.
I know.
I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. But like socializing, I'm like, that's exhausting. We met so many amazing women, like good people, really good people from doing this and being forced out of my shell to go and like socialize with people.
Yeah.
That honestly, I will say I've come a long way in that sense where I actually enjoy going to these types of events now.
Agree.
But before I was like, this is painful. This is work.
I think
No,
for
it's not.
myself, like I used to do a ton of professional networking as part of my like pharmaceutical career.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that I think as a working mom and running a household, running now this business plus having a career, it becomes one of those things that you sort of push to the side because you're like, I don't really have time for that. Like I have so much shit to do. I can't be going out every night to like do these things. I also think that there were elements of my relationship that were not supportive of that sort of action and behavior.
Same.
And so I truly believe that that's why another reason why I personally sort of stepped back from networking. And now that we're like getting back into it, I am remembering like how powerful it is to just sit and talk to people face to face.
I'm remembering how nice it is to meet like good people.
Yes.
Like really good people.
Amazing.
You know, that goes a long way. And I'll say also, I think for us, at least for with the podcast and how we've been networking for this particular brand, I feel like it's not as stressful and it doesn't feel like obligation because
it's not a sales pitch.
Pick and choose, yeah.
And
you know, like, and we know who we're surrounding ourselves with. So like you trust the people that they're introducing you to. You know what I mean? Like it's word of mouth, obviously, but it's one of those things where it's like, I would not introduce you or anybody else that I think is someone like I want to work with and things like that to someone that I'm like, I wouldn't work with them.
Yeah. So
you know
like
what I'm saying?
You're vouching for your girls.
I'm vouching for whoever it is that I'm introducing them to.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. And it's those sort of things that those conversations, those little connections that like help you so much, not just in business, but in life. Like between us, the people that you and I have met in our life in the last month, I would say, like new people, not people that have been there, like Turnkey Women and others from Jump.
Yep.
Like these are new people coming into our lives, and the value that we are getting from knowing them, and I feel like the benefit that we're also giving to them in just our relationships and how we're supporting and helping each other, it's like a rude awakening for me. And it really made me like pause, especially as we were planning episodes, to talk about this. Because I think, especially in such a virtual world that we're in today, networking has become almost a lost art. Everybody's behind a computer. Everybody's on their Zoom or their Microsoft Teams. Nobody really talks face to face anymore. At least I know personally, professionally, I kind of avoid it.
Anytime I have to go on a Zoom, I always try to show my face. I feel like it's polite.
It absolutely is.
I'm just saying that's.
But it's still different, right? Like whether you're in a room with someone physically,
Yeah, it
versus
definitely
like
is.
talking to them through a screen. It's not the same. And I think the world has changed to become a lot more virtual. And I think you see these like virtual networking opportunities and all these things, but it's not nearly as effective than if you're in the room.
Well, I think, not for nothing, but if you go to lunch with someone, you sit and have a meal with them or a cup of coffee, or like I play golf, to go and play golf with somebody in the industry that, I work in.
Yeah.
To have 4 hours uninterrupted with that person, you can't get that through a Zoom.
Yes.
You can't get it through a FaceTime.
No, you can't even get that through, I would say, like a large networking
you can't.
event. Like that's a one-on-one.
But it's not necessarily, but you could have there's a lot of networking events that are done through golf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Sure.
all kinds of golf outings and things like that. But I'm saying, like, even just sitting down and having a meal with someone is more intimate than sitting across, the globe on a screen.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You can just get a little bit more of a feel for the person, just seeing them in real life.
Yeah. So we went to this event yesterday at the American Hotel in Freehold. We've never been there before.
It was really nice.
It was unbelievable.
I loved it.
So this event brought a bunch of women from South Jersey. It took 2 networking groups together and combined them. So you had a room of like powerhouse chicks, and it's a lot of small business owners.
Yep.
And it's interesting because we sit here and talk all the time about like our story and how what we've went through has really inspired what we're doing here professionally. And to hear like-minded women give those same keynote speeches or
tell their story.
Heads of the organizations, right, tell their story. You're like, wow, like to me, it was so inspiring to see other chicks that are just as badass as we are, because we are, like doing things, but for their niches, be it construction, be it jewelry, be it fashion, what have you.
Right, real estate.
Yeah.
Whatever it
authors. Like, we met some remarkable people yesterday.
Yeah.
And like the creativity and the ideas that these chicks had, I was like blown away by some of this stuff.
What I respected the most about that event is that one of the women who was hosting it for the GNO.
Yeah. Nicole.
Yeah. Nicole had said, like, from the beginning of it, she's like, you know what? Everybody should be supporting each other. That's why we do this. It's so nice to see everybody here like this. But you do get people who aren't like that, and they are not welcome.
Yeah.
And that, like, to me is exactly it. I love that she drew a firm line in the sand. It was just like, if you're not
you're not a girl,
you're not here to support, and you want to be competitive or
get the
be
fuck
a
out.
bitch, doors don't lock from the inside.
Right.
Motherfucker. Just kidding. Sorry.
Do you
Not
think,
really.
like, we have underestimated how powerful it can really be talking to people face to face? Like, do you see that shift just as much as I do over the last couple days?
I do. I see. Well, more than just the last couple days. For me, honestly, because like I said, I've been a hermit and like a feral cat. I just don't want to come out.
So have I. I feel like,
but like for years.
Okay, fair. Same.
I don't want to leave the house unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah.
You know, and I would say since we started doing this and meeting new people through these different outlets and networking companies or organizations.
And even just personal situations too.
Yes.
Like, we've had some boss people enter our lives.
Yes, absolutely. But my point is I don't know, maybe it's because I always looked at everybody's sketch and I was just always on defense.
Yeah.
And now, like, going into these events, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this girl was so cool. I loved it. I didn't expect before to find people I would actually like. I just felt like, you have to understand too, from where I came from professionally, it was all surface level bullshit.
Yep.
And that's a job in and of itself to freaking have to be surface level bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
I think for me, working in a corporate world, especially in a company like mine where we are very like women supportive, I think, but it is a man's world still. It is run by white men, my company.
Yeah.
And so, like, being a female, even though I know that they are empowering me, that they're giving me the tools to be better, do better, sometimes you still, like, wonder, like, does it matter? And, like, we're doing a ton of renovations on our home right now.
Oh,
and
my God.
the shit that is happening to us because we are women would blow your mind. And so I feel like a lot of just the scenarios and situations we've been in the last couple of weeks have really shown to us like that level of scale where it's like women interacting with men only in areas that they are not experts. We are not experts.
Yep.
Construction, electric, whatever.
Fire doors,
pools,
plumbing.
fires, plumbing, house
Siding.
repairs, like all this stuff. Architect.
Yes.
Like, that is not our shtick. We don't do those things.
No.
And it's very obvious we don't do those things, and we don't claim to do those things. However, we are being taken advantage of by men because we don't do those things.
We definitely have been taken advantage of multiple times, and we didn't know.
No.
Until we actually brought in
A woman.
Absolutely, who was basically like, listen, and between her and her husband, they are an absolute power couple.
Life goals.
Love them.
Like power couple goals.
But the point is that she knows enough because of him to know that we were getting screwed over or being taken advantage of. And she like communicates it to us without making us feel stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and him too, for that matter.
Yeah.
There's no mansplaining. There's like nothing like that. She's
No.
just like, listen, trust what he says about X, Y, and Z. He will not steer you wrong. I
Right.
promise you. And if he says, hey, you paid entirely too much for this, or they need to come back and fix this,
Yep.
whatever it was, we don't freaking know, man. Like, we just don't know.
No.
But it's, like you said,
It's so nice to actually have a couple like this having our backs, I feel like. And it's inspiring to me in so many ways that I never thought about before. Like, I love that she comes on all his meetings because she almost plays the middleman to help be the catalyst between the world we don't know and the world we do. And she's such a wonderful communicator.
Yeah.
And she's a huge networker too. And like, it's so evident in everything that she does.
She's boss bitch.
Yeah, totally.
100.
But my point in bringing all that up is we've been on this side of the scale the last couple of weeks where we've seen like, okay, we've definitely been taken advantage of by some of these dudes. And now we entered a room yesterday with all these boss bitches, and there is no sense of inferiority.
No, there's
Like,
really not.
Everyone was so kind and wanted to know, tell me about yourself. What are you doing? Same thing with us. Like, we really made it a point to go and visit all the people that were there, the different vendors,
the
so that we could
sponsors.
support them. And
Yep.
like, sometimes these events are kind of funny because like you go and you're like, all right, like how many times can I get like, I don't know, like an embroidered hat or something from an event? Like, I don't want that stuff. But the businesses that were involved in this particular event were like
Niche.
and so creative and
Very
amazing
niche.
and inspiring. And I was like I left that room being like, why the fuck didn't I think of that?
I know. The lady with the
Okay,
jewelry.
wait. So hold on. So she messaged us this morning, and I want to
so
shout
nice,
out the
too.
name of this company because this is brilliant. And if you know us, we are a bit snooty when it comes to like labels and brands. We like our fancy shit,
Listen, don't get mad at
but we still shop at Walmart. Like, we don't discriminate against fashion designers. We just have our preferences,
Just
right?
putting something out there, by the way. When we went to this event yesterday, I got compliments out the wazoo on my dress. It was from Amazon and $30. I can post the link in bio.
Yeah, you probably should. Okay, so this company is called Fashionably Stoned, and their Instagram is fashionably_stoned. So when you have a chance, check them out because if you don't, I'm going to buy everything pretty much.
I know,
That's
and
kinda
you
how I
can't.
feel.
You cannot.
I
Right
know.
now.
So I know.
You're on a budget.
We both are. So do you want to tell them about this business?
So this
And you can show because you have.
Oh, I'm wearing a piece right now. So this woman, how creative is this? She finds vintage Chanel buttons on all kinds of different pieces.
Yep.
Whether
She'll
it
buy
be
them from like
sweaters.
the real or
Yeah.
fashion what is that other one that sells like rebag and like places like that where it's like secondhand but
Yeah.
good quality, and quite frankly the quality doesn't matter as long as the buttons are good.
So the point is, everything that she buys is real, but she takes the buttons and turns it into jewelry. And like, she makes these awesome long necklaces with these pennants that are basically refurbished buttons. And I mean, I love this. It's so cute. I would never think to do something like that, but it's genius.
It's so genius.
You know, especially from a recycled freaking perspective. I love it.
Like,
I know.
I want to tell everyone I know about this business because it was just so amazing. I wish I thought of something like this myself because it's genius.
It absolutely is creative genius. I would never have thought of something like that.
No.
That's awesome.
But the pieces are beautiful, and I think like Chanel's one of those brands where it's like it can be knocked off a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about this is that you know exactly what you're signing up for. So like you know that this is authentic Chanel, but that they're buttons and they're being repurposed into jewelry, and the jewelry is stunning. And sometimes the buttons are actually like cheaper quality and material wise than the actual jewelry she's putting them on.
Right. She mentioned that to us.
Yes, she uses like real quality gold jewelry.
She doesn't want anybody's skin turning green, you know, and
when
things
she's
like
making
that.
this. Yeah, and listen, they're not cheap. Like she offers amazing discounts, but
But they're fairly priced.
They are.
I feel like she's very fairly priced.
So for like the necklace that I purchased, it was like a turquoise bead with a Chanel emblem button. It was, I want to say $195, which to me for a good piece of jewelry, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all, I feel like. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Where if
Absolutely.
you're buying Chanel jewelry, especially vintage Chanel jewelry, you could pay a fortune. Like
Yeah.
I have some pieces that are older that I pay thousands of dollars for.
I was going to say, can question an arm and a leg.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a creative thing that she did. I don't know how she came up with it. I want to know how she came up with that.
It's genius. It is.
But she like had like a sweater on display with all these Chanel buttons going down the
I
sleeves.
know. I was like, I want the sweater.
We're like, yo, is that sweater for sale? And she's like,
Nope.
And then she explained to us why it was out on display to show like these are the kinds of pieces that she gets these buttons from. I was so impressed. I loved that.
Yeah.
I would call her for any like a good gift for somebody.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yes, amazing gift idea. If you need
Yeah.
to like shop for people, it was awesome.
yeah, it's cool. And it's like they're original, you know what I mean? Like it's not going to be something you can
No.
see anywhere else.
That's why I like it. It's unique. It's
Yep.
it's one of a kind, mostly. Unless she's creating a couple of the same piece out of the buttons, but like very limited.
Yeah. They're not mass produced.
Right.
We'll put it that way.
Not being mass produced in China.
Yes, exactly. You know how I feel about China.
I know. Who else did we meet? We met Amanda Jane NYC.
Oh, her boutique in Red Bank.
Yes.
I
So she has
love
one.
her.
I think she said in Brooklyn and one in Red Bank. We need to collab with them. So
Yes.
amazing, like boutique style clothing pieces that she brought like racks of clothes to this event. And we were like shopping while we're chit chatting, meeting these amazing ladies.
It
Like,
was really nice.
It was so cool. So she had this Dior saddlebag on that my daughter is like dying for. And it's, I think, to buy the vintage one, the OG, like, because they're remaking it, but the vintage one is like $6,000 or $7,000 right now. Like,
Yeah, no.
I'm like, I'm not paying that for a 16-year-old. Sorry.
No.
So, but anyway, so I saw her bag and we were like chatting about Dior and how Carly loves Dior. And she gave me like this lip gloss that she makes. And the lip gloss is like a very similar blend to what Dior's lip gloss is. She's like, if your daughter loves Dior, she's going to love this lip gloss, and gave it to me to take home to her. And Carly was like so grateful, so excited. She loves Dior. So like the whole thing, just for her to be kind to me and you with this, commonality over shared fashion love. And
Yeah.
then for her to gift something for me for my daughter that she knew she would love, because we were like, this is the sort of shit that happens when women come together. I left there yesterday. I'm not even kidding. Like, I know I use this analogy with Mel and stuff, but like my heart just continues to grow because I feel like every day more things are happening. We're working with more amazing people, and it's like so gratifying.
It's very
This
rewarding.
entire event was built around a charity, right? So we
Yep.
should talk about the charity component too, because that's super important if you would like to get into that
So
part.
hold on one second. I think it's the Smart Foundation.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. So basically what they do is they focus on single moms, single working moms that are like in the thick of it, who are basically trying to work 3 jobs to cover childcare and just do it all on their own, clothes, food, whatever, all the things. Ones that basically make too much to qualify for any kind of assistance, but at the same time, it's not a lot of money.
Right. They're like middle class. I think she said the average in New Jersey middle class, like single person, makes between $40,000 and $60,000 a year.
Could you imagine?
I mean,
I just
I
feel
could,
like that's
because
completely
I feel like I've been there, but like as
I-
a single mom trying to support children on that kind of a salary,
it's
and
impossible.
work,
There's
it's
no way
not.
that's middle class.
That's not possible.
That's not possible.
No.
No freaking way. I don't
No.
care what anybody says. Not in New Jersey anyway.
No, I agree. It's insane. So this charity is awesome because they really focus on those women.
Yeah.
And they talked about how they're really excited because they want to actually like adopt a woman who then the organization would help to continue to grow and better herself as a professional through networking.
Just take some of the weight off of her shoulders.
Right.
Like, if you are a single mom or a single dad or anything, you understand, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck and in that situation, how getting, a higher electric bill than usual can weigh on you.
Yep.
And, especially
It's a cold winter. We
Yeah,
need more heating oil.
Yeah.
Right? Or
exactly.
something like.
all those things. Or,
Right.
even the cost of school supplies, like going into the school year and all of those things.
Yeah.
So that like you got to stretch the dollar as far as you can.
Yeah.
And this organization and foundation is basically just trying to make it easier, and not make it easier where it's like, oh, we're just going to buy all your kids' school clothes from now on or something like that, but just to take something off of your plate, whatever it might be, whether it's driving your kids around to their extracurriculars.
Yep.
Like something like that. That's an act of service that to me is priceless.
If we want to start a business, this should be it. Because like we need an Uber for kids so that I don't have to drive to baseball 5 days a week anymore. Because
At 7:30 at night.
I am tired. I don't want to do it.
It's exhausting. She doesn't get done until like 9:30.
Like, why can't I just put him in a car that I know is safe, is going to take him there, bring him home?
You know what we got to do? I'm telling you, we just got to get like a fleet of self-driving Uber, Teslas.
Yes, we've been saying this.
And just let them do the job for us.
Okay, so I'm going to give you more info on the SMART Foundation because it's an amazing organization. And I think for us too, we have a very personal connection to this. I can't claim the whole, I've been a single mom my whole life. I have not. Like, I am just recently divorced. I am just starting to feel what it feels like to be a single mom, but I'm also not, because I have you, where you've been in this by yourself mostly, as far as being a caregiver and things. You've had financial support, fortunately, but like you've done everything yourself for 6 years.
Yep.
When it
every
became to
doctor's
being a
appointment,
mom.
every school registration, every birthday party, every bath, every kissed boo-boo, every tantrum, every meltdown, like you name it.
Yeah.
Every good moment, every bad moment.
Yeah.
And that's a blessing to be able to do that.
Yes,
At the
agreed.
same time, it's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
And you need a break.
Yeah. And I even think about our other sister.
That's where I was going to go next.
Yeah.
Is Lindsay, right? Like our sister Lindsay, we've talked about this before. She had our niece Haley at 19. That is a rough thing to come back from, because you're just at a point where you're like ending your high school experience. You're still a child, quite frankly.
Absolutely.
You do not have the mental capacity to truly understand what it means to be a parent at 19. And you can argue with me and tell me I'm wrong until the cows come home, but I will disagree with you because I've seen it firsthand.
No, yeah.
And I know what I was like at 19, and I know what I'm like at 44. Like, you grow and develop so much. The parent I am today is not the parent I was when my kids were born.
Absolutely agree with that.
And so she had it rough. Like, she was a kid, and
she had a lot of support, meaning our entire
did.
family chipped in with
But-
raising our niece. But at the same time, it's different when it's solely on you. Like, I'm sure her head was like, listen, I could have all the support in the world. At the end of the day, the buck stops with me. It's my kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
think about trying to do everything that you've done for the last 6 years at 19.
no.
Right.
No.
It's like, it's so hard. And there's so many women who end up in this situation
and thrive, and God bless them. And then there's, the ones who are in this situation, they're still trucking. Good for you for keeping at it.
Yeah.
They still show up every single day. Every single day.
Yeah.
It's
so
a
yeah,
lot,
this
though.
is like a personal soft spot for us, I think, single moms and supporting single moms. And I just love this idea and the concept of everything they're doing. And had we not gotten out and networked and been a part of the things that we were in the last couple of days, I would have never learned about this foundation. Like,
Same.
it was so amazing. So this is like, I want to tell this story. This could very well get cut out of the episode because I might change my mind tomorrow. But
Why?
I just recall we were sitting there and they did some charity events. So there was like raffle baskets and different things. And we had bought some 50-50s. And we had our 50-50s out on the table as they were calling them. And Ash and I are like side talking. We're like, if we win this, we're giving it back to this organization.
We were very inspired.
And like we had planned this in advance that if we win. And I remember like we're sitting there and I'm like, oh dear God, like,
I really hope we win just so we can make sure
praying
that they get the money
that
back.
we win so that we can give the money back. And we won. And we were
It was
able to give
awesome.
it back. It wasn't like a huge amount, but like every little bit helps. And it was
does.
just, this is the stuff that was happening as part of networking that you can't make this shit up. And like my heart, I got home yesterday, I was exhausted, right? It's a lot to talk to people all day, especially to be real and talk to people all day. I can sit and pretend like I'm talking to you all day, but it's also exhausting, and I would not want to do that.
Listen, at a certain point, you're just socially overstimulated.
Right. It does. It happens. It's
That's
a
it.
lot. It's draining.
Yeah.
But it was also super exciting. And I sat in my bed last night. I'm like looking at the cotton candy sky because we have this daylight savings time adjustment now happening. The days are feeling a little longer. It was like our first day of longer sunshine. So we got home and it didn't feel quite as late as it like should have felt, I think, right? Because it's like dark at 5 o'clock normally. Anyway, I just was so grateful.
It was a great day. It really was a really great day.
It was such a gratifying day.
Glad you had fun.
I
had
really,
a good time
really
too.
did.
And I don't usually look forward to things like that. Like, or at least I never did.
No.
And this whole thing that we've been doing since, we've gotten into it and we started going out and doing these kinds of events and stuff like that, it's really fun. We have another one on Wednesday. I'm so excited for.
Yes.
And it's for, the person hosting it is, again, somebody who we met when we were literally just starting off and was super supportive and kind and just like lifted us up.
Yep.
So she's
been there from jump two.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And we met her just totally, it was through,
I think,
Turnkey.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe it was through Turnkey.
I don't remember. But
I don't know, but it was
doesn't
a
matter.
stranger to us is the point.
Yeah.
And she has just been awesome the whole time.
Yeah, like strangers have become friends through this process. And there are people that we have talked to and had interactions with as a part of what we're doing here that have become lifelong friendships, I would say.
Yep, absolutely. And people that will absolutely support every opportunity we get.
Yeah. So we're super pumped, I think, because the GNO group has a North Jersey chapter in addition to the South Jersey chapter. So I'm really looking forward to getting more involved in that. I think
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like the universe has been pushing us in this direction. Like God is like, girls, you need to get out of this house and go talk to people. And we've sort of been doing that. And just the joy that has come from all of this in the last few days is
it's been very satisfying. It's nice.
Like,
it's fulfilling.
This is why.
It's very fulfilling.
It
is. It's honestly something I didn't know I needed.
Yeah,
same.
And that's kind of what I was saying in the beginning. It's like, yeah, I've done all this before, but like it's different networking when it's you, when you are your own brand.
Yeah, when you're not representing somebody
like
else.
a big corporate organization.
Exactly.
It's very different.
You have to watch everything you say or whatever. Like you can't just be your authentic self necessarily. I don't know. There's so much rotation. You know how I feel about corporate America.
I know. Anyway, so yes, the power of networking is strong. And Ash was like, don't do this corporate nonsense talk today in the podcast. But I'm like, I need to get this out because it feels so good. And I think it's just further momentum for everything that we're trying to do as a podcast, as a media company, and as we're sort of growing and learning and changing ourselves. It's proof that we can bring others with us and that there's room for everyone at the top.
I felt like everybody who was in that room yesterday was on the same team.
I agree.
It was really cool.
And that is a rare...
And they're from all over, like all different things. That is a rare
thing for women.
Yeah, it was really empowering. It was awesome. And I had a really good time.
It's not when they're professionals, when they're true professionals. And how our friends have supported us, like people we've known from our hometown that are jumping in to make things we're doing successful, and how the power of even local networking is impacting us, where we haven't really done much locally. We've been down here in South Jersey mostly, or like national stuff. We haven't really focused on like our hometown. And now that we're doing that, it's just magic is happening.
Yeah, it's been really rewarding. It's really cool. And it's fulfilling. It just makes us feel good.
I love it.
It's really nice. I will say this.
This is what they mean when they say love what you do. Like I love it.
You fucking cry.
I'm not crying. God. I swear. I love what we do.
I love what we do
It's so
too.
much fun.
I'll say this. So when she was talking about doing this as a topic for us to discuss, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
She's like, nobody wants to watch your LinkedIn special.
That's fucking stupid. Nobody wants to talk about that. You know what I think it is? I think the word networking probably like makes my eye twitch because I associate it with something painful.
Forced.
Yeah, and forced. Exactly. We need to rebrand it. We need to not call it networking. Let's give it a new name. Yeah. We'll have to come up with something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I want to replace that word with something else because I feel like that takes
It's
away
outdated.
yes.
It's outdated corporate lingo. Yeah, agree. Cool.
We're going to find a good name for it. We'll
Yeah.
put it on a t-shirt.
So Ash and I are going to be out here doing more stuff, meeting more people, talking to people who own businesses, who are trying to be successful like we are, who are truly good people, hardworking, and care about everyone around them. Because I think that philanthropic part of all of this and how it connects to something that's a greater good is the why.
Yes.
This is why.
Yes.
And this is what we've always said. We can help people with our stories. And and we can. Like, you just have to be brave enough to get out there and get in the room and talk to people.
Or social enough. Just need to like get a little push out the door.
Yeah.
Out the nest you. I'm like, nah, I don't want to leave the house. Leave me alone. But no, I enjoy it now, really.
It's so fun. So
It is.
Hopefully for us at some point in time, we're going to have a calendar up on our website that'll like tell you guys where we're going to be, because we would love you to come along and see some of this and to be able to support your businesses and for you to continue to help us support you and just to create a powerhouse group of people around us, which is what we've tried to do from jump, and to see it starting to really like happen and to be able to help other people who are also helping us. It's just magical.
It is. It's really great. It really is. This episode went a lot better than I thought it was. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I think I was the one who saved it, but that's okay. Just kidding. No, you were very positive.
I love it. Like, I
Encouraging.
have been avoiding networking for so long. So,
We're not calling it that anymore.
yes, we're going to name it.
We'll
We're
let you
rebranding
know.
it. We'll let you know.
We'll let you know the rebrand.
Okay, we'll talk about that on our ride home.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.